So, Joanne, I suppose the first question is, because of the trajectory of your career, you know, that you've worked for an awfully long time and consistently, where do audiobooks kind of come into your life? How often do you do them?
Yeah, well, I was asked to do my first audiobook for Audible, which is a book called Silent Child, about 2.5, 3 years ago. I really enjoyed not having to learn lines, being able to sit down with a cup of tea all day and literally just tell a story. And you really just get into the flow of it and let your imagination sort of run free. And it's just a process I found I really enjoyed. So since then, I've done quite a few.
When you're doing them in the studio, where's your embarrassment threshold in terms of, there's an engineer right there and you're doing, a child's voice, or you're doing some, drunk tramp?
Well, as an actor, your embarrassment threshold has to be pretty low or pretty high, I should say, because I pretend to be somebody else for a living. It's a slightly ridiculous job sometimes. So yeah, I don't mind. I mean, the thing is, after you've been sort of reading out loud continuously for sort of 7 hours, you go a little bit word blind sometimes reading off an iPad, and then you'll do some voice for a character and you think, oh my God, that's way over the top. What am I doing? The other day I was recording one at home and I was trying to say because, and I just kept going, bah, bah, bah. It's just like the most bizarre thing.
In terms of preparation, with a script, it's kind of manageable. Books, there's so much. You must still, no matter how prepared you are, you must turn a page and kind of go, oh, I forgot entirely about the rugby players having a game of cards, in the car park.
And I'll often get through a page of doing, the dialogue for one character, and then there's a line at the end going, the soft Scottish accent, and you're like, oh God, I've got to do that again. You're like, oh no, a different accent. So yeah, there's all those sort of challenges to it.
And you've done a range, you've done kind of contemporary thrillers and things, but then you've also done classics, like you've done the Alice in Wonderland books, you've done Wuthering Heights. Is there more pressure on you as a performer when you're approaching an older, much-loved book?
I suppose there probably is, although I don't really think of it that way, because I try not to think about how something's going to be perceived, whatever I'm doing, because then you sort of in the wrong mindset. So I just try and really get into the moment. But I did love doing Wuthering Heights. It's one of my favourite books, so I really, really enjoyed being able to play all those characters.
And because of your natural accent, where you were born, did you feel you brought a really kind of specific musicality to those voices in that book?
I guess I hope so. I mean, I am from Yorkshire originally. My accent now has developed and changed quite a lot over the years, but obviously I don't sound as Yorkshire by any way, shape or form. I just have a northern twang in there somewhere. But obviously I can bring that back whenever I like.
I just wondered if you noticed any particular kind of Yorkshire rhythms, even in Bronte's writing, not just the characters' voices, but in the actual writing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and obviously some of the characters in Wuthering Heights, say some of the sort of characters from more humble beginnings, they are definitely written in the Yorkshire dialect. Some of her writing is in the Yorkshire dialect, so that was certainly easy for me to pick apart, but then easier than it may have been for somebody not from Yorkshire.